This is part 3 of the this is part 3 of me documenting my failure to hit my fitness target. The two causes, which are inconsistency with my workouts and inconsistency with my dieting, um, and the 12 factors behind these causes. I've already talked about factors 1, 2, and 3 in part 1, factors 4, 5, and 6 in part 2, and I'm going to talk about factors 7, 8, and 9 in this part, which is part 3. Um, so yeah, just a quick recap. I started off at 207 pounds with my first TikTok over a month ago, and my weight hasn't changed, and my body fat hasn't changed either. So my weight is still 207 pounds, and my body fat is still the same. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly jump into factor number 7. I just have 10 minutes, so there's a 10-minute limit. Again, I've done part 1 and 2 already. This is a 5-part series. This is part 3. I'll make part 4 where I'll talk about factors 10, 11, 12, and part 5 will be the conclusion. So yeah, so factor number 7 is constantly blaming external factors and other people for my failure. So in part 2, factor number 6, I talk about my work, my family, and yeah, I'll end up blaming things going on at work for skipping my workouts, things going on at work for not eating the right foods and not focusing on my target, and just staying inconsistent, not coming up with a schedule, because I'll tell myself, hey, I have to wrap everything around my work and all the things going on at work, and so I can't do my workouts, or I can't eat clean. But it's just for this day, and then I'll fix it tomorrow, and that tomorrow never comes. It's not my work's fault. It's not. It's no one's fault other than me. I tell myself these things because this is the easiest thing to do. I'll skip the workouts because I just didn't want to work out. I'll not eat clean because I just didn't want to eat clean. Workouts are hard, and I have food cravings, and I'll end up caving in and then use my work as a crutch to justify these giving into these things. And then I'll also talk about my family. I've already talked about this, but when my family gets emotionally affected by things, I also do too, and then it's not their fault, it's mine, and I'll end up using this as a crutch to skip my workouts. Again, not eat clean because I'll feel like, oh, I'm really dealing with something, or somebody in my family is dealing with something, and I need to focus on that and not focus on my workouts or my diet. And this again is not the right thing to do at all, and I can definitely regulate my emotions like that, and stick with my workouts and stick with my diet. The only reason I skip this stuff is probably, again, because it's the easier thing to do. and then again I'll use my family as a crutch to skip my workouts and uh, not eat clean. Uh, from a factors standpoint, I have my education goals. I've already again talked about this in part two, so I'm not gonna elaborate too much. I I have dropped out of my program in bio. I do intend to go back and finish it one day. Um, right now, I'm doing IT, um, and again, because of that, it's all online. I can definitely scheduleize it better and have my workouts and my and eat clean, and it would have no bearing on any of my lessons or the the coursework that I need to do. But I again will end up I'll catch myself using that as a crutch to get out of uh, my workouts and not eat right. Uh, Same with I've already again talked about my bucket list and my business ideas. My bucket list, I want to go places. I want to learn new skills, and uh, they're all extracurricular. There's no other benefit than just having done something in life. And I'll end up daydreaming about this stuff. That one day I'll do this stuff. I'll accomplish all these things. Um, and in this daydreaming process, I'll end up wasting and burning a lot of time. Same with my business. Um, I'll end up daydreaming about this YouTube channel I want to start with about gaming hardware and stuff, and another YouTube channel talking about IT stuff. And I think these businesses they can improve people's lives, and I believe that I can do good with this, bring about good with this. But again, in my daydreaming process, I'll end up burning a lot of time, and then I end up blaming all of this for skipping my workouts and my not eating clean. I'll quickly talk about factor 8, and that is mental fog and lack of mental clarity. This is not a factor of its own, it's a cluster of factors, and I'll make a separate video about this, but I'll just quickly mention this cluster. Mental fog and lack of mental clarity. Factor number 9 is my commitment struggles. I've struggled with committing to anything in my life. Pretty much, I'll end up doing the bare minimum, the first 10 to 20%, and then I'll end up again passively giving up on it. Again, not something I actively do, but I'll end up using something else as an excuse to give up on what I started. This has been a constant problem throughout my life. I just can't commit to anything. So this was factor number 9, and this was part 3 of the 5-part series. So I'm going to go make part 4 now, and I'll talk about factors 10, 11, and 12.